Hi everyone. Have you ever started explaining something in a meeting and halfway through it, you were not sure where your sentences was going? You started strongly, like the issue is not with Kafka system, it's from our consumer group who consumes the messages and the topic and you lost everyone. It happens to all of us. Here the problem is not about our knowledge. It's about our unstructured thoughts. So, today's episode, we are going to learn how to think clearly before we speak because the clarity in our thoughts leads to clarity in our speech. As an engineer, we often think while talking because we are debugging in real time, right? But in leadership, this doesn't work. People don't want to hear your thought process, they want to hear the conclusion and the reasoning. So, instead of dragging people through your confusion, give the clarity upfront. Now that we understand why unstructured thinking can lose our audience, let's see a simple framework that will make our communication more clear, confident, and leader like. It's called pyramid principle. This pyramid principle is all about the structuring. It's simple. Always start with the main point or the conclusion, what you want to convey to your audience, and then give the key reasons, like two or three key reasons that support your main point, and then add the details if necessary, like examples and numbers or some context, all those things. Let's see it in action. Imagine you're explaining a performance issue in your system. The unstructured way of explaining is like, I checked the API and went through the DB logs and realized API was slow. It's because of maybe indexing was missing or a DB caching issue, and I ran some tests. Let's see the structured way of explaining. The API is slow because it's missing the proper indexing, and I verified it by checking the DB logs. Optimizing the indexing will improve the performance and reduce the DB loads. See the difference, right? The listeners can immediately understand the conclusion and the impact. Now, to make your supporting reasons crystal clear, use another framework called MECE, mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. Sound fancy, right? But it's simple. No overlaps and no gaps. So your reason should be separate and all together should form whole picture. Let's see an example of explaining project blockers. My project is delayed due to API integrations and DB migrations and testings. If you explain something like this, it's messy, right? Let's see a messy way of explaining. My project got delayed because of the following reasons. One is API integrations, and second thing is testing, and third, DB migrations. Now, your explanation is clear, confident, and easy to follow.
Here is how to practice today. Take one problem you worked on recently, a bug, a feature, or a performance issue. Now write or speak it in three parts. First, main point, like headline or conclusion, and three supporting reasons in MECE style, and one sentence summary. You could share it in a meeting. Do this daily for a week. Your articulation will improve dramatically. One more trick I use. Think in headlines, not paragraphs. Before speaking, ask yourself, what's the one sentence headline of what I want to say? Example headline: we are behind schedule due to API dependency. Then explain, the API team needs one more sprint to finalize the schema. This keeps your update short, crisp, and professional. Remember these four steps to instantly improve your articulation. Start with main point first. Use pyramid principle. Conclusion, reasons, then details. Apply MECE. No overlaps, no gaps. Think in headlines. One sentence first, details later. When your thoughts are organized, your words automatically follow. People listen, understand, and trust your updates. And that's exactly how a leader speaks.